Before we look at the ways that ingenious economists in the late 19th century would resolve the problems of price and value, let's remind ourselves of how classical value theory was formed and how it worked. And in fact, there are two different strands of value theory that are prominent into the mid-19th century. One is very ancient, and it goes back to Aristotle even. And it's a theory of value that's rooted in need, or what we could call use. The idea that something has a natural value, even a natural price, a just price, that is grounded in its usefulness, that is grounded in something's actual value in terms of how useful it is to someone. And so this is, for instance, where water would get its usefulness and where diamonds would seem to lack usefulness. And so there's an ancient theory that says that something's value is grounded in this quality, this objective quality of its usefulness. Starting with Adam Smith and the example of the beavers and the deer, we see a parallel theory find powerful expression, a labor theory, that says something's value derives from how much labor goes into producing it, that something is worth what it costs to make it, and this primarily is labor. So Smith, to be followed by others like Marx, sees the grounds of value in labor, and that too is an objective measure. Now, notice that for both of these accounts of something's value, how useful it is and how hard it was to make it, there's something objective, that there's some possibility to say what something's value is that is neutral with respect to who is determining, that is neutral to the observer, that is objective, that is not subjective, that is not just an individual's opinion or preference, but that is somehow outside of, beyond that perspective, that is from an objective point of view. And classical value theories, whether grounded in use or in labor, are both theories of objective value. They somehow recognize that people want things, and they recognize that things are scarce, like diamonds, but they try to ground the value of something either in its objective usefulness or in its objective difficulty to make. So classic value theory, which is, it's worth pointing out, made by philosophers, people like Adam Smith and John Stuart Mill and Karl Marx, who are truly philosophers as well as economists, try to ground value theory in an objective account of what value is. The problem of price and of value will only be solved, though, when the idea of objective value is replaced with a different way of thinking about how something acquires its price.